All right, guys. Dreadnought's back today with a new review, and we're going to be taking a look at Star Wars The Force Awakens Epic Battles Captain Phasma. This is a Toys R Us exclusive, as you can see there. Some nice artwork on the bottom of the box here, as well on the side. Nice pic of Captain Phasma over there as well. And then on this side, we've got some nice art of Chewbacca, the First Order Stormtrooper, and the First Order TIE Fighter pilot, also from the Wave. And then here's a look at the back of the box. And you can see there that same nice artwork with a short bio that reads, "Clad in distinctive metallic armor, Captain Phasma commands the First Order's legions of troopers." So let's get this bad girl open and get a look at it. And here's our Captain Phasma out of the packaging, looking nice and shiny. I think Hasbro did a decent job overall, especially for a kid's toy. Limited articulation. This thing's meant to be played with and not a collector's piece. So let's take a closer look. And looking closer here, overall I like the sculpting on this figure, especially for a kid's toy. I think it came out pretty well. A lot of nice little detail sculpted in here. You can see all the lines around the helmet, that nice texture over the mask there, and then the lenses have a different texture, more of a shine to them, or sheen, look pretty good. And then through the back you can see the lines also. And then taking a look at the front here, a lot of nice detail sculpted into the armor on the front. You know, looks really good. All those little notches and things around the belt. And then looking at the arms up through here, you can see some nice detail sculpted in as well. You know, all that came out really nice. Some nice ribbing around the arms here, and then wrinkles around the hands. And then looking down through the legs, same thing going on. That ribbing around the knees looks really good. You know, and just lots of little nice details sculpted in. You know, definitely looks like armor plating around the feet. You know, and then the back is a little more basic back here. I'm gonna try to get some light under there. You can see that, yeah. But still some more sculpting back there as well. And then the cape came out very nicely sculpted. All the detail we've seen, you know, in the Black series, and then the 3 3/4 inches there. And then paint-wise, you know, she's really shiny under these lights, and it came out pretty nice. The one thing I'll say though is, you know, a lot of these I've seen, you know, hanging in store have a lot of scratches in the chest. So I don't know if she just scratches easily in package or in production. But, you know, that seems to be the thing I've seen the most. You know, this one I had kind of the pick of the litter, and this was the best one. So I really only have like one tiny scratch over here on the chest, and you can't even see it because it's shiny. But it has definitely a more shine to the body. And it's not vac metal or anything. It is some kind of paint application. But the body came out a lot shinier, as you can see through here, through the legs and everything, all looks good. And then the head has more of a sheen. It doesn't have that mirrored look to it. And the paint on the head actually feels different, the texture of the paint. It's almost tacky feeling or sticky feeling. And you can see just looking at it there, you know, how dull it is in comparison. You know, it's just not great on the head. So that's kind of a bummer. You know how the head came out, but keep in mind again, this is a kid's toy. As far as the plastic, this is a very light piece. It's a hollow plastic. You can see the seams running down the legs there, you know, on both sides. You know, so it's just very hollow, very flimsy feeling. And the cape is just, you can't take it off. It's made on there, you know, unless you could find a way to remove that head, which would probably result in breaking it as flimsy it is. But it's one solid piece, and it's kind of hard for the cape. So it just kind of hangs there. Looking at accessories, she only comes with one. She comes with a blaster rifle, and it came out pretty nice overall. You know, nicely sculpted. It's out of that gold plastic, you know, to give it that look like we saw in the movie. And then it's got these black paint apps on it, which all came out pretty nice overall. You know, I definitely like it. I think it's a pretty nice piece. It fits in her hand okay. It doesn't go in. It goes in fine, but it doesn't go all the way in. You can see she doesn't have her finger over the trigger, which is a little weird looking, you know, but again, kid's toy, so, you know, it's not going to be perfect. Also, it will fit in the side of her leg, like we've seen with all the other figures. It just pegs in like so. And that's pretty snug, actually. That fits really nicely. And quickly looking at articulation, this figure pretty much shares the same scheme as the 5-point of articulation 3 3/4 inch figures. The head's on a big ball joint, allows it to move up that much. It can move down like so. Rotates around, but it's a little bit tight when rotating. And then you can get some nice pivot in it, but there's a lot of gap underneath the helmet when you're pivoting it around, so it kind of looks kind of funky like that. you know, looking up and stuff. It's kind of hollow under there, so, you know, I don't really like that. The arms just basically rotate all the way around. You know, not much going on there. Same thing over here, but it's hindered by the cape. The wrists do swivel, so you do have that feature. You can see a little paint rub on there where we've been changing the blaster. And then the legs basically move forward that much. Don't really move back a whole lot. Same thing over here, and don't really, move back at all. So that's pretty much it. And here she is compared to a couple other versions. We've got our Black Series 6-inch over here on the left and our 3 3/4-inch 5-point of articulation over on the right. Walmart hasn't given us a Black Series version. Hopefully that'll be coming soon for the smaller scale. And she's measuring in at 11.5 inches, so very tall. And here she is compared to the Hot Toys Snake Eyes over here on the left and the Sideshow Deadpool over here on the right that we recently reviewed. And you can see even with the bases, she still comes up a little bit short. And here she is next to the Marvel Legends Icon Series Cyclops over here on the left and the 6-inch version of her boss, Kylo Ren. And wrapping up here real quickly, overall I gotta say Hasbro did a nice job with this figure, especially for a kid's toy. I like all the paint apps. Mine actually came out pretty clean. I know all of them don't, but I definitely like the chrome down the body. I wish the head would have had that same paint application, and I think it would have been greatly improved by having that. But with that said, it's limited articulation, and it's definitely not a must-have for any collector. Completely passable, but I think it came out very nice for a kid's toy, and it does whet the appetite for a Hot Toys or Sideshow version. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If so, please give me a big thumbs up. Facebook, Twitter, Toy Art links in the description below as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon.